So today, guys, we're out looking for wild edibles in an area I've never been in before. This is actually a new area to me. It's a little bit far from home, but I want to start branching out and looking in new areas for wild edibles because, you know, you never know when you're going to need them, or, you know, plus this is just kind of a new area to me, so I wanted to do some exploring and do that. This is an old state forest, and a lot of the stuff I find here is right on the roadsides, and if not on the roadsides, where in the areas where it's been logged. So I'm just kind of driving around and looking to see what I see, and hopefully we'll find some good stuff to oh, a little bumpy, some good stuff here, and hopefully it'll be good to share. All right, guys, the best wild edible of all, blackberries. Unfortunately, we are early in the season. They're not ready yet, but come back in like a month or so, and these are going to be good. You can find blackberries all over the place, guys. The big thing, you just got to get off the road and off the trail a little ways sometimes and find these kind of little clearings and openings and things like that where people have logged, and you'll find all kinds of edibles. You know, in fact, right here we have not only blackberries, we have wood sorrel and daisies. Daisies, the young leaves are edible on them. So in just this one little area here, we've got a whole, you know, the blackberries go all the way back there. We got some daisies, wood sorrel, and that's just what we have right here in front of us. Sometimes they're very easy to find. Well, strawberries I found. Not quite ripe, but they're pretty close. I just wanted to kind of show what they look like, because they do look a little bit like poison ivy. So it's a good way to spot them, is if you think it might be poison ivy. It could also be strawberries. We got a nice little patch in here. I wanted to show them off. Very easy to find wild edible, and you can find it in usually kind of roadsides and ditches and places like that. Wood sorrel is another great edible. As you can see here, it looks like 4-leaf clovers, and you can use them to make teas or eat them. Not sure the preparation directions, but when you see these in the woods and they do look like 4-leaf clovers, that's wood sorrel, and it's a very good edible. These here are ostrich ferns. In the early spring, they make a fiddlehead, which is a kind of a round pod before they unroll out for the season. The fiddleheads are very edible, and it's always good to know when you're hiking around, if you spot places like this with lots of ostrich fern, mark its location, come back in early May, and pick yourself some fiddleheads. They taste like green beans. Sometimes the best way to pick up wild edibles is to walk or literally drive around these old dirt roads and logging roads and things like that, and slow down, you know, stop, look, what do you see, you know, along the edges here, because that's where you're going to find most of your edibles. In the deeper woods, it's just not as much. So I like to just go around some of these roads I've never been down before and drive real slow and look for anything that catches my eye, or maybe even any open areas, kind of like this right here, where you can pop into and take a look and see what's edible. Here are some wild raspberries I found. These are actually right here by this little mud hole off the side of the road. Just kind of stopped in. A lot of people use this to shoot because it's kind of a natural burr, but here you go. You know, you've got some nice wild raspberries in here, and some more up along the hill there as well. So neat little find everywhere you look. Another quick wild edible here, guys, is milkweed. From what I understand, these little seed pods and the flowers and all that are edible. I'm going to do a little more research on it, but just wanted to point it out. Another quick roadside here is a chicory plant, and I know the roots for this are often used for coffee, and there's some other edible parts to it as well. Wanted to point that out right here along the roadside. Nice, quick, easy to get to edible. Well, that was a lot of fun, guys. Coming out, all done. Just wanted to add kind of one last final thought, you know, that, you know, even though today I found, you know, a lot more kind of berries and things like that, it's good to go all different times of the year. Early spring, summer, because different plants bloom in certain times of the year, and you may walk by and not notice them, but then you walk by when they're flowering and you notice them. So it's always good to come in early spring, summer, even late summer and fall, just to check things out, see the different stages of growth and how they are, and just really expand your knowledge in those areas, because it's just so important to know these things. And